Hey there guys, how's it going? It's me Waddles, welcome back. Another update is probably going to be a really big update. This update will see the introduction of a brand new species known as the Piglin. The Piglin is the star of today's video. In today's video, we'll be going over some of my favorite ideas that have to do with the Piglin. If these ideas were ever implemented, Piglin kind would get a whole lot more interesting. If you like these idea videos, let me know by dropping a like. It really helps the video out, and today, share this one with a friend. Down in the comments, leave your coolest, best Piglin idea. The first Piglin idea of the day has to do with a cool mechanic known as bartering. At Minecon 2019, Piglins were revealed. It was also stated that players will be able to trade with these Piglins or barter once they get added into the game. Now, Piglin bartering will not be civilized at all. It's nothing like villager trading. The devs made it sound like we'll be throwing things at a Piglin, and then the Piglin will throw things back. Now, the idea has to do with what we get back. Instead of getting back random items that maybe relate to the Nether, I think it would be really cool to see some special Piglin-related items. This would be the perfect opportunity to add a brand new tool set that actually isn't craftable while still being actually obtainable in survival. Say hello to this fancy Piglin armor set that I definitely obtained through trading. Now with this set of gold chainmail, pretend here guys, we are ready to go swim in the nearest lava ocean, which is perfect because the Nether is full of those things. They're everywhere. Now obviously this new Piglin armor would not just be enchanted chainmail. At the least I'd say maybe make the chainmail gold because Piglins have this whole thing for gold. If the devs really wanted to go out of their way and make things fancy, maybe this new Piglin armor ends up looking something like whatever the Piglin has got on today. I'm not sure what you would call that thing, but maybe the armor looks like that. That could be really cool. Now the weapons, they probably wouldn't just be gold swords, definitely not, that would be really lame. The new Piglin tools that you'd obtain through trading with these guys should definitely relate to the creatures. Now I don't know, maybe I'm judging a book by its cover here, but the Piglin, it doesn't look too smart. So that's why I'd propose that the Piglin tools would be basically fake gold tools. They'd be worse than gold, but they would have one really big use. That Piglin tool use? Well, in my ideal Nether update, there'd be a brand new ore that only generates within the Nether. That ore can only be mined with the Piglin tools, so they're not entirely useless. To smooth things out and keep things actually playable, these Piglin tools or Piglin pickaxes should have a better durability than the gold pickaxe because the gold pickaxe does not last very long, and I'd imagine that the Piglin pickaxe wouldn't be a common barter from the Piglins. By choosing to barter with Piglins, you'd be rewarded with a special pickaxe that lasts a decent amount of time and mines a unique ore, or maybe even some cool armor as well. This would help promote and make players want to actually barter with the Piglins. Next up, take a look at this definitely naturally spawned patrol. Again, this is not a patrol that I spawned in at all. These guys definitely spawned here. So I think it's safe to say that nobody likes patrols. They are really annoying, right? Right, definitely. But while they may be annoying, they actually are a really cool mechanic. I mean, imagine starting a brand new world and having absolutely no outposts near you. You play in that world for a while, even end up exploring a bit, but you still find no outposts, and then eventually a group of these guys randomly spawns at your base. You take them out, do a bit of research, and then find out that there's actually structures tied to these guys in the game, and then you'd probably set out in search of one. Unrelated but related, take a look at these guys. These are zombie pigmen. They are not going away in the Nether update. Zombie pigmen are not very smart at all, right? They're like not civilized. As of right now, it seems that Piglins will be a step above these guys on the intelligence ladder. I mean, Piglins can barter with you. Zombie pigmen, they could never. That's way too advanced for them. Now, let's combine two entirely separate game mechanics into one to end up with something really cool. Imagine Piglin patrols. So as we just concluded, Piglins are smarter than zombie pigmen. Zombie pigmen could never figure out how to get to the overworld, but they still end up actually making it into the overworld. If you create a portal, zombie pigmen will spawn around that portal from time to time and wander around the overworld. Now imagine what the Piglins could do. It would be really cool to see some sort of Piglin patrol added into the game. Now, these Piglin patrols would spawn at random in the overworld, just like the normal patrols, but Piglins, they don't outright hate the players, so they'd sort of spawn, wander around, and then despawn. This mechanic would hint at Piglins massively. I mean, they would literally be plopped right down in your base. Maybe players could even interact with these Piglin patrols and barter on spot. Eventually, the Piglin patrol would pass through and despawn. After that, the player would be left with, well, nothing other than the desire to head into the Nether and find the Piglin's true home. And before we get into this one, if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure you drop a like. It definitely helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now let's talk relationships, specifically the relationship between the zombie piglin and the zombie pigman. So again, the Nether update is not removing the zombie pigmen. They're still going to be in the game. The piglins, they are something entirely separate. They're different things. But with that being said, these two separate creatures do sort of seem pretty similar, actually. I mean, their names are both based off of the pig, so, I mean, there's that. I wanted to take some time in this video and say, just in case the devs actually end up seeing this somehow, side note, if that happens, hi devs, hope you're doing well, that there should definitely be some sort of relationship between the piglin and the zombie pigman. Now, what should that relationship be? I really don't know. I'm not too sure. The first thing that comes to mind is a relationship that is definitely somewhat toxic, at least for the zombie pigman. Even though the piglin keeps turning away from me, I like to think of piglins as a smarter, more civilized zombie pigman. If that is the case, then maybe the piglins have this whole, "oh, we don't really like you" attitude towards the zombie pigman. Perhaps piglins usually don't really care about the zombie pigman, but if they get too close, they will definitely attack the creatures. This could definitely lead to some interesting large-scale battles that would be definitely very interesting to watch. Long story short, these two definitely separate but somewhat similar creatures that will be inhabiting the Nether should have some sort of relationship with each other in some form, whether it be a good relationship or a toxic one like what I just described. There definitely should be something there though. So we meet again, Bartering Piglin. Hope you're doing well. Only this time, the Piglin isn't selling us a new armor set or a new tool set. The Piglin is selling us a unique Nether-related enchantment that you can only obtain through bartering. So as you guys can tell, I'm a big fan of adding unique items that you can only obtain through bartering into the game. I think doing this would really promote the bartering mechanic and get players to actually check the thing out instead of ignore it. So yeah, this time we get a custom enchantment. Now with us having to go to the Nether to get this enchantment and of course barter with the piglins who live inside of the Nether, this new enchantment should definitely have to do with the Nether in some way. Maybe it helps improve the player's quality of life in the Nether, or maybe it gives the players some sort of Nether related effect. So in this chest right here, I have a bunch of enchanted books with fire-related enchantments. That could definitely be a way to go. Or, one of my favorite ideas is turning the bow into a fireball shooting weapon. So everybody knows the Minecraft gas shoot fireballs. The fireballs are really annoying, but they are actually kind of cool at the same time. I mean, you can hit the fireballs with your sword and send them flying back at their sender. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Imagine being able to do that, but with a bow. I think that would be really sweet. Now, how did the piglins unlock this magic? I have no clue, but really, how do enchantments in Minecraft work in general? Again, no clue. I think that would probably have to be a topic for a whole nother video. Now that's only one of my ideas. I'm sure the devs could probably come up with a better enchantment idea than I can, so we're gonna leave that kind of magic to them. But I do think it would be really cool to see the piglins selling some sort of unique enchantment that you can only obtain through the bartering system. That could be really fun. Quick, name a major Minecraft game mechanic that is really useful and has been in the game for a long time but really has no explanation whatsoever. Did you say portal linking? Because that was the right answer. I think there is an amazing opportunity to showcase portal linking and explain how it works, and that opportunity lies with the piglins. So at the time of the recording of this video, we have no clue what a piglin bastion will look like, but we do know that they should still be a thing. I mean, they were mentioned at Minecon after all. A piglin bastion is basically a piglin home. If the information that we have is still true, piglins will be living inside of the Nether in structures known as bastions. We have no clue what a bastion will end up looking like, but I think there's a huge opportunity to incorporate a broken or an unlit Nether portal into the bastions somehow. If players were exploring the Nether and came across some sort of gigantic fancy bastion with an unlit Nether portal inside of it, they would probably be tempted to light the Nether portal and go through it. After that unsuspecting player headed through the Nether portal, they would realize quickly that they are in some random location in the world. This place looks nothing like the original Nether portal. like at all, and they'd probably go back through the portal. And of course, after going back through that nether portal, the player would be right back at that fancy bastion that they found. This would showcase nether portal traveling, or as I usually call it, nether portal linking, perfectly. Now the whole 1 block in the nether equaling 8 blocks in the overworld conversion thing, how could that be explained? Well, I'm not sure. I don't really know if it needs to be explained, but maybe in super fancy bastions, there could be a written book somewhere with some sort of poem with a hint. Now, this poem is, I know, it's great, it's really good, but basically the number 8 is in here, and 8, boom, that's our hint right there. Now, would it be a direct connection? No, but it's like a small Easter egg, so I don't know, but I know the poem is really good. I'm actually a poet too. You learn something new every single day. But to wrap this idea up nice and neatly here, it would be amazing to see unlit nether portals generating within bastions, where the piglins live. If piglin patrols were a thing, this would make even more sense. And so, I think that just about does it for today's video. Do you like my ideas? What's your best piglin improving idea? Share that down in the comments. Today, I'd like to send a big shout out, a big thank you to my patron, Robbie McFly. Thank you so much for the support. Now down below the video is the freshest merch in the game, the Elite Tier merch, and all of my links are down in the description as well. All of the fancy nether models that you saw in today's video were done with the nether concept mod. I'll leave a link in the description, and on the end screen, I'll leave the card to my mod breakdown. It's a really cool mod. But with that, that's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Waddles. I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, stay cool, everyone.